Sai Baba was so noble person, so kind, so generous. Then his words used to be very smooth. Whenever he discusses, he never shouts on the people. He doesn't have to raise the voice. It is so melodious and it is so good to listen to Sai Baba. Not only just listen, whatever he says, his ways were as simple as Ramana Maharshi used to say or Ramakrishna Paramahamsa used to say. And these avadhuts, maybe they are living in different era or different places. Ramakrishna lived somewhere, Ramana Maharshi resided somewhere, and our Sai Baba remained in Shirdi. There is nothing that they don't know about each other. Whatever happens at Ramana Maharshi, Baba will be knowing. Whatever is happening to Baba, this person will be knowing. There are so many stories like that. Once follower of our Shirdi Baba is Narsim Swami. He has spread the message of Sai Baba. Not only they do good things, they preach good things. They have to teach good things what their seniors have told. That is how they keep the man alive. If Shirdi Baba is known all over India, all over the world, there is contribution from Narsim Swamiji. His disciple was Radhakrishna Swamiji. Once Radhakrishna Swamiji is giving pravachan in a spiritual center, Tyagaraja Nagar. While giving, he tells, "Oh, Nityananda." Then he stops talking. Then after a few minutes he starts talking. And next day in paper it comes, Nityananda has taken Samadhi. How they will come to know? These are the siddhis they had. One time, one person come to Shirdi Sai Baba and he tells Baba, they say that you give everything to anybody coming to you. So I want plenty money. I am suffering doing this farming. I am not earning anything. You give me plenty money. Baba says, my dear, I am a fakir. I don't have any money. Whatever dakshina I get in the morning, I will distribute among the devotees here. And I don't have left with anything. My brother is there in Gondavali. You go to Brahma Chaitanya. He is having plenty money. He is having ancestral property, hundreds of acres of land. He gets money and he is very benevolent. He will give you whatever you want. So this man runs to Gondavali. Then as soon as Gondavali Maharaj says, yes, I am waiting for you. My brother has sent you, is it? You need money? Then he is surprised. There Sai Baba sends me here. How come this man is knowing? Then he tells this man whatever he tells will be truth. Then he tells their truck of money is waiting for you. One hand cart, this thing, bull cart. You take that money. But one condition, you have to count the coins in that one. You have to count properly. If it goes wrong, then you will be in problem. So he goes out immediately. There is a bull cart coming. Then there are some 2 gonis of all paisas. This 3 paisa, round with hole, square one, with rigid one, like that half anna, 1 anna, 4 anna and all that. Then he will go on counting. Every time he counts, he misses something, it falls down. Again he will have to count. Like this about 5 or 6 days he counts. Of course he is sincere, he knows. When Maharaj says, I have to count correctly, then he realizes, these 2 Mahatmas, they are trying to teach me a lesson. I am idiot. I didn't understand. At least I am lucky that I got a lesson from 2 Mahatmas at a time. Then he prostrates to Gondavali Maharaj. Then he tells, I got your message. you do your hard earning. Don't wait for some free wealth. That is what is told in Ishavasya Upanishad. Ishovasya vidagam sarvam yatkincha jagatya jagat tena tektena bunjita maguda kasya suddhanam. That means this Ishwar Parabrahma hai, it is there everywhere in the world, in moving and non-moving things. And you forget about the materialistic world, then you will have eternal peace in your life. And at the same time, don't look at other man's wealth. That was the message Sai Baba is giving to that farmer.